Hello?
Hello, Michael.
Hi.
Hello.
Hang on.
Good
Hello there.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're a week early, by the way.
No, here here I say good morning because son 11 is 11 o'clock here. My English is so bad. Sorry.
Okay. We were meant to talk. We were meant to talk next Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Next
but
Tuesday.
I'm
okay.
here.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. I'm here.
Yes.
But I can't see me. Hang on.
Okay.
Why can't I see me?
When my traductor is coming, but okay, next Tuesday.
No. Now it's good. Now it's okay.
Now.
Now it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My traductor is coming, but I like to talk with you. I speak English a little. Wait a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Can you see me?
No, I don't see you.
I don't see me either. Hang on.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Bueno, voy a I gonna invite to my traductor.
Right.
Sorry. Email. This is my first time in Zoom. My first time I am talking with a prince. Okay. I send the invitation. Okay. I so nervous. Well, the first pregunta is, how was your first time in Sealand?
How was my first time on Sealand?
Yes.
Well, I was 14 years old, and
14. Yeah.
It was Christmas Eve, 1966, and it was dark when we climbed there, and it was when we climbed up onto the fortress itself, and well, it was very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes. Okay. How did the idea of founding a nation arise?
Well, I think it was my father with a lawyer friend.
This is my traductor.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm good. And you? Hi.
Very good. Looks like it's a very sunny day over there.
No, it's not sunny. It's raining, actually. It's raining.
Raining. Está lloviendo. Bueno, recién estábamos hablando, nos contaba acá el príncipe Michael I, cómo fue su primera vez en Sealand, que él tenía 14 años. Bueno, después ahora le acaba de preguntar justo, ¿cómo surgió la idea de fundar una nación?
So the question is, how did the idea arise to make a nation? How did you get that idea?
I think the idea arose because at the time Rhodesia in Africa, which is now called Zimbabwe, was part of the British Empire, and Ian Smith, the Prime Minister or President, whatever he was of Rhodesia, was trying to break away from the British Empire, and he declared UDI, Unilateral Declaration of Independence. And Harold Wilson, the British Prime Minister, was spending a lot of time going backwards and forwards to Rhodesia and meeting him and trying to negotiate what they were going to do about it. And I think my father saw what was happening there and decided that's a good idea. I can declare independence. Because in fact, Rhodesia was formed by Cecil Rhodes, who worked for the British Empire, but he declared independence himself and called the country Rhodesia. And I guess he got the idea from that.
How do you pronounce it? Rhodesia? Rhodesia?
Rhodesia is now called Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yes.
Yes, Zimbabwe. But it was originally called Rhodesia when it was taken over by the white settlers.
Okay, básicamente el padre vio una oportunidad ahí para declarar la independencia está hablando de lo que hoy en día se llama Zimbabue, que en tiempos pasados se llamaba Rhodesia.
Sí.
Sí, sí.
Hay una canción de Sumo que Luca Prodan nombra Rhodesia. Sí, por eso conozco. Bueno, bueno, la siguiente pregunta sería, ¿cómo fueron los primeros tiempos en Sealand?
So, how were you, like the first times in Sealand? How was it for you?
Well, my first time actually staying in Sealand, I mean, we arrived Christmas Eve 1966, and it was dark, and it was all a bit strange. And but I mean, originally there was no generators to make electricity or anything, and we had candles to see, walking around with a candle, and then a hurricane lamp, which is like an oil lamp, and then a tilly lamp, which is a pressurized oil lamp, and then eventually we got generators going after about a year, and we had electricity. So it kind of evolved over at least the first year, probably.
So, dice que cuando ellos llegaron no había ni electricidad ni nada, que usaban velas y usaban como una especie de generador para tener luz, pero que no había básicamente electricidad.
Sí.
Así que, bueno, un poco duro.
Sí. Después. ¿Y cómo te sentías en esa época? ¿Cómo se sentía el príncipe en esa época?
And he's asking, how did you feel in that time, like being there and with everything going on? And
I mean, I had been away at boarding school in North Wales, on the other side of the United Kingdom, and Wales is very cold, and it was a very old-fashioned school, like out of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And
really
so I when I got the opportunity for some adventure in the North Sea, like staying on this fortress, I grabbed it with both hands, and I couldn't wait to get involved. I thought it would last 6 months. I didn't realize nearly 60 years later we'd still be there.
Wow. Dice que, bueno, que él empezó a hacer boarding school, no sé bien cómo se dice eso en español, pero que él iba a Wales y que, bueno, que era muy, muy old school, muy el estilo de Harry Potter, más o menos.
La escuela.
Y que, sí, y que dice que se pensó que iba a ser más o menos 6 meses que se iba a quedar y al final no se dio cuenta y van 60 años ya.
Sí, qué bueno. Después, ¿cómo se llamaba la estación de radio pirata que fundó su padre en Sealand?
So we wanted to know the name of the radio station that you guys had, that your dad made, basically.
Right. So originally, my dad was on a different fortress, not the one that is now Sealand, and he had a radio station called. Well, he first called it Radio Essex. Essex is a local area near London, and it was a local radio station, and then he renamed it Britain's Better Music Station, BBMS. But he got prosecuted by the British government, who brought in some new laws, and his radio station got closed down, which is why he moved to Sealand for a better jurisdiction.
Wow. Bueno, dice que al principio él no estaba ahí en Sealand, que hacían la radio y la radio se llamaba Essex, que era la zona donde ellos estaban, que es una zona de London, y que bueno, después se mudaron a Sealand, que fueron, ¿cómo se dice persecuted en español? Tipo, perseguidos.
Perseguidos, sí.
Sí. Así que bueno, después cuando se pasaron a la isla, resultó todo mejor, básicamente.
Está bien. Después la pregunta, ¿de qué trataba el programa? ¿Qué contenido tenía el programa, no? ¿Y qué música pasaban?
So what was the content of the show, and what kind of music would you guys play in the show?
It was mainly sweet music, as it was called. It was like Frank Sinatra and
Nice.
and big band shows. We actually had a big band show, which was like Glenn Miller and all those, those old big bands. So it wasn't a screaming pop station. My father's far too laid back for that. I mean, obviously, pop stations is what the young people wanted, but my father wanted more of a, for older people, I suppose.
I support your father. I support your father, 100%.
Yeah.
Dice que la música más que nada era música más clásica, más como, sí, como una especie de blues, Frank Sinatra, sí. Que él quería más pasar pop y la música que se escuchaba en el momento, pero
como
que el
los
padre
Beatles y eso, ¿no?
claro, y el padre quería más música buena, digamos, yo es como le digo yo, música.
Después, ¿cómo tomó la corona británica o el gobierno de Gran Bretaña? ¿Cómo reaccionó a la idea de que se haya fundado una micronación frente a las costas de Inglaterra?
So the question is how did the government of England, how they take the idea that a new nation was forming?
Well, they had a meeting. The Prime Minister Harold Wilson had a meeting at 10 Downing Street with all his advisors because they were concerned that Sealand might become the Cuba of the east coast of England, and they were very worried about it. And they thought they decided it had to be stopped.
Uh-huh. Bueno, lo que escuchaste, justo lo que estamos hablando antes, que tuvieron una conferencia para discutir esto porque básicamente estaban preocupados de que la isla se convirtiera en Cuba de Reino Unido, digamos.
Bueno, justamente hablando de Cuba, había una pregunta que habíamos formulado, es que si alguna vez ustedes fueron comparados con los Castro y con Cuba.
So we had a question like that, prepared for you, that actually was if you were ever compared to Castro and Cuba, and actually I think you answered the question.
And he, by the way, looks a bit like Che Guevara.
Yeah, I support Che Guevara from Argentina. Yeah.
So you were compared, right? You got that.
Yeah. They did compare the situation, and it was at that time, the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that with President Kennedy. That was just a few years before, so people were very aware of what was going on with Cuba and Russia and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, bueno, sí, básicamente dice que fueron comparados con eso porque era el tiempo del presidente Kennedy y estaban todos con eso también y
claro.
sí, se compararon con Cuba y con sí, todo el tiempo.
Después, ¿cómo se llama su moneda y cuánto vale en relación al euro?
So, what's the name of the currency? You guys have pounds, or you have any other like different currency? It's different, right?
No, we have the Sealand dollar, but we only have like silver and gold coins, and that they're more for collectors really. But we do have coins.
And so it's not a proper bill; it's just coins.
Yeah.
Do you have any to show us?
Not here right now. No.
Okay. Next time. Dice que.
Para la próxima.
Sí, se llama New Zealand. New Zealand.
Sealand dólar.
Sealand dólar. New Zealand le manda. Sealand dólares. Y que hoy en día no tienen billete, pero son todas monedas plateadas y doradas. Muy interesante.
Sí, yo vi fotos que está la cara de la madre, ¿no? De Michael.
So in the coin is the face of your mother, he's asking?
Yeah. There's the original one had the face of my mother. The first ones were made in the Mexican Mint, and the recent ones are made in the Tower Mint in London. But they've had my father and my mother on, and there's an Independence Day one with me, with my parents and my sister raising the flag, and there is a plan, I think, for one with just me on it.
But so it's a plan, right? Not yet, or
not yet? No, it's a plan. I think the coronavirus thing kind of messed up the timing with a lot of things, but I'm sure
coronavirus messed up everyone. Yeah, I think dice que están en un futuro que están planeando tener una moneda con la cara de él, pero que bueno, con el tema del coronavirus todo como que
muy difícil.
Sí, fue difícil y se paró un poco. Can I ask you something? So the flag is the one that is behind you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. La bandera esa que está atrás de él es la bandera de
Sí, la bandera de Sealand.
So you might want me to explain what the flag means, because I
I would
normally
love
get asked this question.
That would be
Okay,
great.
so the red, these are my father's words, I'm telling you. The red is for Roy, my father's name. The
Okay.
black is for our days in pirate radio. And the white is for the white line of purity that we walk today. And he used to say there was a slightly tongue-in-cheek, but so maybe not quite so serious, but that's pretty much what it is.
But that's beautiful. Dice que el rojo es you said the red is for your
For my father's name, Roy. Red for
father's
Roy.
name, Roy. Okay.
Yeah.
El nombre del padre de él es Roy, entonces el rojo es sí, por el nombre de él. El negro de la bandera es por la radio pirata y la
radio.
sí, es genial. Y la banda blanca es como por la línea de pureza que todos caminamos.
And by the way, the phrase pirate radio came from the British government. They were trying to look down on us, and they were trying to be insulting, and they called them pirate radio stations. It was the absolute best branding they could have done. The public absolutely loved it.
That's amazing. It's the best name, I think.
Because in the UK at that time, when I was a boy, there was no pop music on the radio for the kids. There was only the BBC, and they had, I think, 2 or 3 radio stations, and one played classical music. One was just people talking all the time. And if you wanted to hear pop music, it was for 1 hour a week on a Sunday where they had the top 20, and that was it. There was no pop music for the kids at all. So when these stations came on, and there was others that were broadcasting from forts and from ships out at sea, outside of territorial limits, outside of what was then the 3-mile limit, the kids absolutely loved it. And it was also about the time when transistor radios became, the little radios became more viable because they weren't so expensive and they had the technology. Up until then, radios had big glass valves like bottles inside them, and they weren't portable, and so the whole thing kind of came together at the same time.
Bueno, dice que el nombre de la radio pirata más que nada salió de en Londres. A ellos los llamaron así, les proclamaron como la radio pirata. Dice que fue la mejor promoción que les pudo haber dado, porque digamos, fue perfecto, el nombre perfecto.
Claro.
Y dice que bueno, antiguamente en Londres no pasaban música pop, y que si querías escuchar música pop tenías que esperar a los domingos 1 hora, y ahí pasaban un poco de eso. Así
claro,
que
es interesante. Bien, interesante. Cada vez más interesante la entrevista.
Es genial, sí.
¿Cómo hace uno para obtener la ciudadanía y acceder a un título de la nobleza?
So here's the question that you might be hearing everywhere, and everyone might be asking you: how a normal person would get like this citizenship for Sealand, and how would a regular person get like let's say, like would you say prince, or
a title,
a
noble title.
Yes.
Okay, so citizenship, we really we're very tight on. Mainly our citizens are mainly people that have helped us, like an accountant, an architect, a lawyer, something like that, someone who's really into it. Noble titles, we market noble titles because I remember reading a story about French kings, 13th century French kings used to pay for their wars, for their armies and everything, by selling letters of nobility. And that worked out great for us because with the internet, we're able to sell online. And so people can buy from sealandgov.org, our website. They can buy noble titles, and they know they're supporting us with, when they pay for these.
Okay, and like, for example, if I go online, I can buy a noble title, but do I need to have a degree of, as you said, being an architect or something, or can I just?
No, only for citizenship. If you want a noble title, you can buy, and people buy them. You can go online and buy a lord, ladyship, a duke, a duchess. You can buy them, and that money is used to support Sealand, and you know, people understand that.
That's actually pretty great. Dice que, bueno, para lo que es la citizenship, la ciudadanía, generalmente tenés que tener un título como un abogado o un arquitecto, pero lo que es ¿cómo se dice? Un título de príncipe o de lord o de duquesa y eso lo puedes comprar online en el website de ellos, y que comprando eso uno lo estaría haciendo soporte
fortaleciendo la economía, ¿no?
Sí, es para ayudar a Sealand.
Claro.
Yo quiero el título.
You have to understand that being offshore in an island out at sea, it's expensive.
Oh yeah.
and originally we had to find money to pay for it, you know, but now our supporters, you know, cover the cost.
Do you have like local shops and stuff? Like, can you go out, and how is it? Like, you go out and buy stuff, or how does it work?
What, on Sealand itself?
Mm-hmm.
You mean? No. It's just like a small community, and most everything is imported. We use green energy. We mainly use wind and solar power. We do have diesel generators as well. We collect rainwater. We desalinate seawater. We catch fish, and we import most of our food.
Okay. Dice que ellos se dedican, bueno, como acabamos de escuchar, a lo que es la pesca, que todo es importado ahí, porque es una comunidad pequeña, y que todo, básicamente todo viene importado. Por eso les ayuda mucho esto de la gente que, digamos, que va online y compra los títulos para
remeras, camisetas, ¿no?
Sí.
Bueno, justo hablando de camisetas de fútbol, ¿no? Yo sé que ahí en Sealand hay un equipo de fútbol. Si nos puede contar un poco de eso.
So we would like you to tell us about the football team that you guys have in Sealand.
Okay, so we have two football teams. One is the Sealand All Stars, who were made up of soap opera actors, you know, like actors and athletes and some quite interesting people. And then we have another team that plays football. Well, they both play football, but some are a bit more, you know, football minded. And we haven't played for a long while now, but we intend to get that going again.
Okay. Sí, dice que tienen un equipo de fútbol. En realidad dice que tienen dos, que uno son medio así como que pretenden un poco, como que no son verdaderos jugadores de fútbol. Lo dijo de una forma cómica, así que... sí. Y el segundo, que sí son jugadores propios y que están planeando nada, que se como que retome lo que es el equipo.
El entrenamiento y todo eso.
Sí.
Claro, por el tema de la pandemia ahora está todo muy complicado.
¿Querés que le pregunte cómo fue la pandemia ahí?
Sí, dale.
¿Sí?
Por favor.
How was the virus in there? How was the pandemic in Sealand? Was it like a major thing? You guys had to
No, it hasn't got to Sealand, and we've made a big effort to make sure it doesn't get there. I don't know. How is it in Argentina? Is it bad?
I'm not in Argentina right now. I am in Dubai, but I believe in Argentina it's pretty bad, and you know they had many months of quarantine.
Right.
Yeah, so it wasn't like very, you know, mild. And here in Dubai, we had quarantine for a few weeks, and you know, but now it's fine. But we need to get out with the masks, and you need to be careful. And if you don't wear a mask when you get out of your house, you can be fined by the police.
I got engaged in Dubai.
Yeah,
I got engaged in the highest restaurant in the world, in the Burj Khalifa.
In the Burj Khalifa,
the atmosphere restaurant. Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Only about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so next time you're here, you should contact me.
I will.
Around. Dice que ahí no llegó el virus y que tomaron todas las medidas de precaución para que no, digamos, sí, para que no pase. preguntó cómo fue en Argentina, y bueno, le conté un poquito que sí, yo no estoy en Argentina, pero allá estuvieron, yo creo que hace como 200 días ya tuvieron, ¿no? De cuarentena.
Y desde marzo.
This one.
Oh, wow. Y dice que él
She's Chinese.
se comprometió en Dubai.
¿En serio? Mira.
You got married already?
Congratulations.
Yeah, we got married in Thailand last year.
Oh,
But my
amazing.
wife's Chinese.
El año pasado.
She was a major in the Chinese infantry, an army officer. Crazy.
Dice que estaba en la armada china, ella, porque es china.
Mira.
And she lives there with you now, or where she?
Yeah, no, she's here. Yeah, no, I met her in England. She used to work in a big casino in London.
Okay.
I don't gamble. I only gamble with women, and I end up going to the casino and coming out with a wife.
And so you said she's in Sealand with you, or she's in London?
I'm not on Sealand now. I'm in the UK myself right now.
And
actually, today she is in London with her friend, but she'll be back later. Yeah.
Okay. Él dice que en este momento no está en Sealand, está en Londres, y su mujer también, pero bueno, salió un rato, así que vuelve más tarde. Pero bueno, se casó con una chica de China.
Sí, militar, ¿no?
Sí.
Se casaron en Tailandia, ¿no? ¿Puede ser?
Tailandia.
Sí.
Se comprometieron en Dubái y se casaron en Tailandia.
Qué bueno. Así que, ¿cómo hace uno para viajar a Sealand?
So,
if we wanted to go to Sealand, how do we get there?
Well, you would ask me, or you would ask my sons, and you would get there by boat or by helicopter. But like the borders are a bit closed right now because of the virus, anyway.
Yeah, because of the virus. But like, would you go from London with a boat, or how would you?
No, we'd go from Harwich. Harwich is a port in Essex, the nearest point, the nearest harbour. So we go from there.
Okay, because well, I've been in London. I haven't been in Essex myself, but yeah, I've never. This is amazing to know, because I've never heard of this, and now that I'm talking to you, it's incredible. It's really interesting. Dice que,
why are you in Dubai? What, are you working in Dubai?
Yeah, so I was a flight attendant for 10 years. I arrived here when I was 21, and now I'm a full-time singer. So I've always been a singer, but you need money, so you get to do other things that are not in your field. And so I started being flight attendant, and I worked doing that for 10 years. And now I'm, with the coronavirus, as you said, everything closed down a bit, and there are not many shows going on. So I'm doing other stuff here and there, but my main focus is the music. So yeah.
Good girl. Yeah, I'm glad you've achieved your ambition.
Thank you. Yeah, I released my my first album a few months ago. So
well done.
Yeah, thanks. I'm very happy about it.
English songs? What kind of music do you do?
Well, that's why I'm saying that I really support your dad, because I sing blues and soul music.
I love blues.
Yeah?
I love blues, yeah.
I'll send you my album. I'm sure you're going to like it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Yeah, so it's blues, soul, and I also sing jazz. So
nice.
Yeah. No pop for me either.
¿Y no tenés la guitarra acá, Laura, así cantás algo al príncipe?
No, es que yo no toco la guitarra, toca mi marido.
Ay, ¿y no lo puedes despertar o llamarlo?
No, sabes que se fue al gimnasio.
Igual allá que son. Allá es tarde, ¿no? Son como las 6 de la tarde ya, ¿no?
6:30 de la tarde, y estoy sola con los gatos que se están volviendo locos. Así estamos. Así que.
Sí, vos estás con los gatos y yo estoy con mi loro.
¡Ay, mira! El lorito. He has a parrot in his shoulder. Look at that.
What was that?
Uy.
That's his parrot. Because I was saying that
like a parrot.
Oh, like a parrot, yeah. You need a wooden leg as well.
and a patch in the eye.
Yeah, and a wooden leg.
Yeah.
Bueno,
¿cómo
fue el golpe de estado del 78 y cuánto duraron los combates?
Okay, so he's asking how was the, ¿cómo es que dijimos golpe de estado? The coup. How was the coup in the...
Attempted coup, ¿no?
Yeah, attempted coup.
Yeah, coup. Yeah, it was, I know, spelt coup, pronounced coup.
It's
Anyway.
coup, yeah,
Coup,
sorry.
yeah, it's okay. We're doing really well here. So
It's actually the first time I hear that word in English, so I try to...
I'm sure, yeah. No, it was a really interesting time of my life. It went on for quite a while. I ended up getting locked up in a room for 4 days, taken by force to Holland, and then we came back in a helicopter and slid down ropes. We were 100 foot above the sea, sliding down these ropes, and there was armed men running out the building below. And I said to someone the other day, we never even thought to wear life jackets. It was a crazy time, but it was really interesting time. And we eventually released what were prisoners of war, and then but we kept one. There was a Sealand passport holder. This guy was a German lawyer who had a Sealand passport, and we kept him for 6 or 8 weeks. And the German ambassador came out to visit us to try to negotiate his release. And of course, that was de facto recognition for our country. So that was good. It was a really interesting time. You can read it in my book, Holding the Fort.
What's the name of your book again?
Holding the Fort.
Okay.
Holding the Fort.
Okay.
It's on Amazon and on our website.
It's on Amazon. Okay, perfect. We'll search on that. And how old were you when you were locked up?
26.
Wow. I mean, young, but I mean, I guess you were really scared at that time as well.
I wasn't scared. I was very annoyed, but yeah, it was an interesting time. It was a very big adrenaline rush.
Dice que fue muy interesante porque a él lo encerraron por 4 días and lo llevaron a Holland, you said, no? They took you to Holland. You said they took you to Holland, right?
Yeah.
Sí, que lo llevaron a Holanda, que lo tuvieron ahí 4 días encerrado y que tenía 26 años y que bueno, que fue bastante... No estaba como asustado, pero que sí, fue un tiempo muy interesante. ¿Qué es esto? Bueno, y... Bueno, nada, eso, básicamente, no sé, después dijo algo, pero ya me olvidé, perdón.
Después, ¿cómo lo liberaron? Y también, ¿cómo fue la liberación de los otros prisioneros?
Eso me dijo. Can you remind me what you said about how they liberate you, how they set you free?
They took me to Holland on a fishing boat, and they offered originally to take me to England, to the UK, or to stay on Sealand, or to go back to Holland where the boat came from. And I said, well, I'll stay on Sealand then. And they said to the reinforcement guys, the guys that come to, more of these guys turned up. They said, if he stays here, you have to lock him back in the room, because we'd ended up fighting at one point, and they said I was too dangerous to allow out of this room. Well, there was no way I was going to get out of this room. It had I was a lot smaller then as well, by the way, but it still only had 2 little portholes like that, 2 little windows, and there was no way out of this steel room. So I said, okay, I'll go back to the UK on the boat. And the skipper of the boat, the captain of the boat, wouldn't do that because he was worried about being arrested for kidnap. So I ended up being taken back to Holland and just left on the harbour wall in Holland.
Okay. Dice que le ofrecieron 3 alternativas, o llevarlo a Holanda, o llevarlo a, ¿cómo se dice? De donde él había venido, o sea, o a Sealand o a Londres. Entonces esas fueron las 3 alternativas. Y una de las, él se quería ir a Sealand, pero le dijeron que si él elegía eso, lo iban a dejar a donde estaba, que básicamente era encerrado en una pared de concreto con 2 agujeros, y obviamente eso no lo quería, así que eligió que lo lleven de vuelta a Londres. Así que sí. Y dice que el capitán del
navío.
Sí, Sí, que él no quería llevarlo porque básicamente él creía que, o sea, decía como que si lo llevaba tenía miedo que lo traten como que estaba, ¿cómo se dice? Kidnapping, como que se lo estaba secuestrando, sí.
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 Que básicamente fue eso, ¿no?
Sí, por lo que él está contando, sí.
Bueno, igual, comentar igual ya de saber, ¿no? Que de todos modos, en los años 70, también en América Latina hubo muchos derrocamientos, dictadores y golpes de Estado. O sea,
sí.
no
Igual
fue...
dice que toda esta información se puede encontrar en el libro de él y en el website de él.
Holding the Fort.
Sí, porque obviamente él lo que está contando, viste, cuando se traduce en español y se pierden un montón de cosas, porque también,
Sí.
bueno, no tengo buena memoria, así que de repente me olvido de cosas, estoy tratando de resumir un poco lo que cuenta, pero si están interesados en conocer la historia de él, que es súper interesante, me parece muy buena idea de que vayan al website. Dice también que el libro está en Amazon y se puede conseguir en Amazon.
¿Cómo es la dirección del sitio web?
What's the website so we can tell people to get in?
Yeah, the website is sealand.gov, G-O-V, sealandgov.org.
Okay, sealand.gov.org.
No,
Sealand.gov.org.
sealandgov.org.
Sorry, so the other way around. Sealand.gov.org. Okay.
Sealandgov.org.
Okay.
Perfect.
¿Cómo vivieron la guerra de Malvinas desde Sealand en el año 82?
Why do I get to ask this question?
¿Entendió?
I don't know what he said.
Yeah, the Falkland.
Queremos otra pregunta.
Malvinas.
He's asking how do you live that, how did you guys live that the situation over there?
It's a difficult one. I don't know. I mean, I know your government told you one side of the story, whatever, but I mean, it had I supported the British in their efforts to take the island back, because they had been British islands for a long time. They were never properly settled by the Argentinians. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure you heard different. But anyway, whatever. But I wasn't involved in it. It wasn't me.
Dice que ellos no estuvieron envueltos en eso y pero que bueno, que él en su digamos, en su parte para.
I think it was very much a case as well from the Argentinian perspective. It was very much a case of them trying to distract the people of Argentina from all the terrible things that were going on at home, at the time, and I think that's why it took place. But
yeah. I'm not very into politics, so like for me, I like to know. It's the same with religion, and I like to know and see all kind of different stuff. I don't really have an opinion on it because I like to know different opinions, and
I think Argentina and the world were very surprised how quite quickly and violently Britain reacted, because there was only just really a few sheep farmers on the Falklands, and but it was very much a matter of principle for the British government to do what they did, not particularly at the time for economic reasons. But anyway, so another story.
In there, like you guys were just supporting
British subjects.
British, but like nothing really happened in there, right? Like,
well, in the Falklands, there was a lot of people killed, wasn't there? Like
British
soldiers
I'm talking about Sealand.
No, I mean, I believe my father was approached by Argentina at the time to try and do something to, I suppose, to make a threat off of the coast of Britain, but he would never have done that. He was my father had an interesting war, shall we say, the Second World War, and very patriotic, and supported his country. Even though we broke away and created our own country, we would never want to do anything to hurt the United Kingdom. Like you guys, I'm sure, are the same about your own country. And my wife's Chinese, and she's very patriotic towards China. and I say things to her, and I say, "Listen, you need to open your eyes a little bit," and everything else, But no,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Bueno, dice que básicamente que ellos obviamente no estuvieron metidos en lo que fue la guerra de las Malvinas ni nada, ni mucho menos, pero que sí soportan a Reino Unido, obviamente. Sí. Y que bueno, que dice que él cree que también como que quizás nosotros como argentinos estuvimos, como que fue también algo del gobierno como para sacarnos de la cabeza o mantenernos fuera de lo que realmente estaba pasando. ¿Entendés?
Claro,
Como
sí,
para desviar un poco la idea.
Una distracción, a distraction.
Sí. Así que, bueno, ¿tenés alguna otra pregunta?
Sí. Tengo 2 preguntas o 3 preguntas más. ¿Ustedes son considerados como uno de los últimos bastiones de la independencia y la libertad?
So he's asking if you are considered as one of the last bastions of freedom.
I think so. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. That's why we have so many supporters. We are one of the last bastions of freedom in the world. Yeah.
That's a very nice thing to say. Last bastions of freedom.
Yeah.
Bueno, sí, básicamente dice que sí.
Sí, y que por eso mucha gente de todo el mundo
mucha gente lo soporta, sí. Y los apoya.
Claro. Porque soportar en inglés, support, vendría a ser como, no solo soportar, sino como seguir, ¿no? Algo así.
Support es como apoyar.
Apoyar, eso.
Sí.
¿Tiene interacción con los líderes de otros países y con cuáles?
He is asking if you have any interactions with like other country leaders and with whom.
No, not really. I know a few politicians personally in the UK. We've had contact. We've had people like President Pompidou of France sent us a letter of congratulations when we declared independence. There's been a few different contacts over the years, but not really, no.
Okay, no, básicamente dice que no, que sabe para políticos y eso, pero que no tiene contacto con nadie.
¿Hay algún grupo musical de ciudadanos de Sealand? Y si es así, ¿cómo se llama la banda?
So our question is if there is any music like a band or musicians there in Sealand, and if so, we would love to know the name or names.
We don't have any bands out there. We have done a couple of like music videos out there, and also Ed Sheeran is a Baron of Sealand. He has a Sealand title.
Wow! No way, Baron.
Yeah.
So cool. Wow, I want to be at that Duchess.
That could be arranged, maybe.
So
Not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's totally true. Dice que no, por ahora no, pero que dice que Ed Sheeran tiene un título ahí en Sealand, que es Baron. No sé cómo se dice en español. Ed Sheeran.
Ah, mira, tiene título de Barón.
Sí.
Y bueno, la anteúltima pregunta. ¿Alguna pensó en construir o a la plataforma, darle forma de castillo?
So he's asking if you have ever thought of making like a castle shape, like a fortress.
Yeah, we have. Well, our ambition is to build some land around the fortress that we have now. So, yeah, whether it be castle shaped or not, I don't know. But yeah, we do want to build a small island. Yeah.
Okay, dice que sí, que tienen la idea, que no sabe si va a ser forma de castillo o no, pero que tienen la idea de construir algo alrededor.
Bien. Y finalmente, ¿qué mensaje o consejo le dejarías a nuestra audiencia?
So this is a very important question, and we would like to know what's your message, or what would you like to tell the audience, the people that are listening to you right now? What would be your message to them?
Only that my message to the world from Sealand is just keep maintaining freedoms and freedom of speech and freedom of worship, religious worship, and and let's have lots of peace, please, because we need peace in the world.
Yeah, totally. That's a great message. Thank you so much.
My
It was a pleasure to meet you, and I want to go there now so bad. I've been all around the world because I was a stewardess, and I've never been there, and of course I've never been there, but like I would love to. It would be great.
You'll have to visit one day.
Inshallah, how we say the same we say here. Inshallah, have you heard that before?
Inshallah, yes, inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah es una palabra árabe que significa ojalá, porque le estoy diciendo de que sí, su mensaje al mundo es que como que
reine la paz, ¿verdad?
Reine la paz, que proclamemos la paz y la libertad de expresión, libertad religiosa, como él dijo, freedom of speech, que es la libertad de expresión y de poder expresarse.
Sí.
Y le dije que bueno, que me encantaría poder conocer, y me dijo que sí, que algún día debería ir.
Decirle que mi mujer y yo queremos tener la ciudadanía y acceder a un título de noble, y cuando nos casemos queremos ir de luna de miel a Sealand.
So he's saying that he and his girlfriend, porque es tu novia por ahora, ¿no?
Sí, mi comprometida.
Okay. So he would like to go with his fiancé to like to have the citizenship and to have a title, and they would like to go there for their honeymoon and wedding.
I think you want to go somewhere a bit warmer with nice sunny sandy beaches and palm trees, really, for a honeymoon.
Cold, or
not always cold, no, but I went to Thailand for my honeymoon.
Yeah.
I got married in Thailand on the beach. I always said it's my second marriage, and I always said if ever I get married again, it'll be on a nice sunny beach somewhere, somewhere nice. And I thought, if I get married on a beach somewhere, not many people will come because they have to like get all the way to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Well, I think 52 people turned up from all over the world, from America, Spain, England, Germany. Yeah, it's great.
That's incredible.
Really great. It's some came from Singapore, China. Where?
Seychelles.
Seychelles, lovely, yeah.
Yeah, and lovely. It was only me and my husband. No one else.
Great, yeah. Great, yeah. I get that.
Yeah. Dice que, bueno, se casó en Tailandia y que fueron 52 personas de todo el mundo. Y que dice que no te conviene, te puedes ir a casar ahí, pero luna de miel no te conviene ir allá porque hace un poquito de frío.
we got married at I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and the bar opened at 10 o'clock, and the bar was still open at midnight, and we had everything: fire eaters, bands, singers. It was dancers. It was really, really great event.
That sounds like a fun wedding. I wish I had met you there.
I decided just that I'd make it a bloody good party for everybody, and the nice thing was that my grandchildren obviously came, and they were only a few months. I got identical twin girls that had been born just a few months before. They came and everything, and my grandsons, and we're teaching them to swim, and we made a holiday out of it, like a 2-week holiday. It was really great.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Well, very happy for you, and very happy everything turned out fine.
Okay. It's been great speaking to you. It's been really great speaking to you.
Same to you, and I'm going to keep in touch so I can send you some music.
Okay, that's great. Right. You take care and goodbye.
Thank you so much. ¿Quieres preguntar algo más?
No, bueno, quería decirle que fue un honor haber hablado con el príncipe Michael, y bueno, agradecerle mucho de parte del programa de radio con la Soga al Cuello, y que bueno, esperemos seguir en contacto y que algún día podamos viajar a Sealand, aunque sea para conocer, ¿no? Y bueno, infinitamente agradecido.
He's saying that he can be more thankful for you to give him the opportunity to, to be interviewed and to be broadcast in the radio, and to give the opportunity to people to know you and to listen to you and your story. That is amazing, and that we would love to hear more from you, and he would love to know, and to be someday in Sealand.
Okay, great to hear from you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Michael. It was a pleasure.
Adiós. Bye.
Chao, take
Bye.
care.
Chao.
Bueno, y gracias a vos, Laura. Muchas gracias.
No, de nada. Ya ahí terminamos, ¿no?
Sí, ya terminamos. Así
Bueno.
muchísimas gracias.
No, de nada.
Espero que
Espero
la hayas pasado
haberlo
bien.
porque... ¿Eh?
Espero que la hayas pasado bien la entrevista.
Sí, es un divino. Después pasame el email de él, así le mando mi música.
Dale, ahora te lo paso.
Dale.
Dale.
¿Qué te iba a decir? No, súper bien. Espero que se haya entendido la traducción. Lo que pasa es que, viste, a veces contaba muchas cosas y yo tengo muy mala memoria. Pero bueno, creo que
No,
salió
pero
bien.
sí, bien, re bien. Gracias, Laura. Bueno, ahí
De
estamos
nada.
hablando y ahí te mando el contacto del príncipe.
Dale, un
Dale,
besote,
hasta luego.
chao.
Chao.